Hello. Um, Last time I was sitting here, I was going through a bit of depression, and I really sat down and reflected on myself. I really didn't have any purpose. I wasn't going through life, and I was just kind of like sitting on a boat and just letting the river of life take me. Um, Now, for the first time ever in my life, I genuinely first time ever in my life, I did something for me. I worked towards something extremely difficult for me because I enjoyed it, because I wanted to challenge myself, and I know what it could do to my career. I know the implications that it has. For the first time, I really worked on an academic essay, and I submitted for a competition. Now, it was about economics, and I don't really know that much about economics. I only took one semester of microeconomics and wrote a macroeconomic essay. But I enjoyed the challenge. I enjoyed sitting there and having that feeling in my chest where it's like I don't really know what I was doing, but it was me being like stubborn enough to even try. You know, stubborn enough to even challenge myself and put myself like up against all these people. And I don't care if I win. That'll be amazing if I do end up winning. But I'm glad and I'm proud of myself that I actually worked towards something and I did it for me. And now I have this whole year sitting in front of me where I can keep on trying that, keep on exploring things that I want, set myself up for the future. No matter how I'm feeling emotionally, I still need to try and reach out to people and have that same sort of enthusiasm that I have right now. I know it's going to be difficult, right? Experiencing the times of tribulation really makes you question whether or not you have the willpower to do something, right? Because when all dreams die when suffering, I heard that from David Goggins. Um, but yeah, it's very true. I've also been reading Principles by Ray Dalio recently, and I saw a graph where I saw something he said, and it's about viewing yourself without any bias, right? And that takes you separating yourself, right, into let's say two machines, one the dreamer, and then two the actual worker, right? So the manager, the dreamer, is the one that knows what it wants to do. It thinks like, hey, this is what I want. This is my future. This is what I want to go after. And the dreamer instructs the worker what to do. Now the work is what you actually do on a daily basis, right? I have dreams of going to cool colleges or getting a nice internship um, for economics or something like that, or applied economics. We'll see where the road takes me. But in order for me to do that, I have to look at myself. I have to be in the perspective of the dreamer. I have to say, hey, this is what I want. And I have to look at the worker, what I do on a daily basis, and make sure that I cognitively think that the worker is going to do this. I need to make sure that the worker has the chances, gets every resource it needs to have a good chance at achieving the goal. And by doing that, I recognize that how little I'm actually doing, and I need to put in a lot more work. So looking at it from a perspective of someone else, like you take a step back, and you think of a manager that's trying to get this person to do something, and then that person's you. It's like you're two places at once. It really helped me gain the motivation to actually work towards my goals and look at me honestly. Because if you don't look at yourself honestly, then it's hard to improve, right? Um, that being said, I need to put in more time towards taking tests and really just scheduling myself, right? I talked about this in the last video I did like a month ago, how I needed a schedule, and I still haven't really followed that because I've sort of been chasing things that I'm interested in. But if I want to chase the things that I'm interested in, I want to have true success in that, I need a schedule long term, right? Short term, I have the motivation, but when that motivation drops, I need to have a schedule that I need to strictly follow in order to keep on going after it. Emotion wise, recently I've been kind of, I don't know, I'm happy to be alive every single day, and I kind of wake up like with that childlike stubbornness, right? I give people the benefit of the doubt. Um, you know, I I just try being myself, right? I At a certain point, I really stopped caring how people would think of me, if they think of me that I'm weird, because like for today I decided to sit in the couch, right, and during my free time at school, sit in a couch and start working on a paper instead of going to a classroom. And I thought people would think that I'm weird or I'm trying too hard. That's what I would have thought, but now I just sat there and I said, hey, this is comfortable, this is what I want to do. And now I'm starting to actually do things that I want without trying to impress the likes of others, right? And that really helped me, especially through prayer, right? I realized how important it is just to, you know, there's one person that we should focus on honoring, and that's God. Other than that, just, try being joyful, positive to other people, because what else is there? In my opinion, there's nothing more important than your role to others and being joyful and making some positive interactions with other people. Um, yeah, and through that, right, many instances I could have also like reciprocated hate onto other people, and that's what I was doing for probably the last year, especially a year ago. If I reflect a year ago from today, I was a very hateful individual. I still am, but at least I don't behave it onto other people, right? I don't actually, well, of course I do sometimes, but I don't act on them, you know. I don't like saying mean things to other people, because I recognize how mean things are being said to me. I don't like how it feels, and it's just going to continue that cycle of hatred. So I started meeting people with more love, right? Even passive aggressive things, I just kind of let it slip my mind. Of course, it stays in my head, and that's the real struggle that I'm going through right now is mentally, um, dealing with other people. How they act towards me, but I don't behave that right. I don't let it affect my behavior. I still treat people with respect, kindness, and love, because that's what the gospel teaches. That's what I need to do. And I actually observed that when I do that, love finds its way back to me. You know, it's this positive feedback loop that it's hard. It feels it feels bad to let people stomp on you and do these things and continue to treat them with love. It like it feels like my dignity and my respect of myself is going down. But in reality, I'm just trying to be the best person, right? And then that's like kind of the fallen nature within me. But yeah, that was some. I just turned on the camera and started speaking, right? That's what really this entire channel is about. Letting my thoughts flow. I probably contradicted myself multiple times, right? And that's just how it is with, the human brain, the human spirit. Um, but I just need to recognize I'm fallen. I need to recognize my faults, and I need to work towards the future, right? I need to have a schedule. I need to keep that hope, because without hope, there isn't anything. And what helped me got through my depression last month was hope. Thank you for listening to the rant. I genuinely hope you have a good rest of your day, whoever's watching this. I'm kind of just doing this for myself, honestly. Um, but I appreciate you, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day.